morning, dear students. Today we are going to start our revision for PD first. So let's start your revision with chapter first, globes and maps. Dear student, we already discussed about this chapter already at first, globes and maps. What is globe? What is map? What is the importance of globe? What is the drawback of globe? What is map and which type of signs and symbols and directions and many much more things used on maps already we discussed in our first class whenever we start globes and map chapter. Dear students, now we will going to start our chapter first with first point, shapes of the earth. Dear students, until 1522 no one was sure about the earth shape. Many persons think like that earth is a flat surface or something like that, but after 1522 Ferdinand Magellan proved that the earth shape is round. So we are very grateful to Ferdinand Magellan who proved that the earth shape is round. So let's start shapes of the earth. We already discussed that Ferdinand Magellan proved that the earth shape is in round. Globe. Globe means a true model or 3D model of the earth and exact model of the earth, we can say that. Because of that, from this one you can watch a true model of earth and many much more lines and many much more drawing is on there, and important places are also described on that, like countries, continents, that important places, capitals and many much more things are explained or represented on the globe. After that, drawback of globes. Many type of drawbacks of globes are also there, because you can't watch a complete whole earth on a time. Because of that, on that time only a one surface in front of you, and on the time you can't watch a complete surface of the earth, so it is the main drawback of the globe. And on a small globe only larger details are there, small towns, small cities, it not presented on them, so it is the main drawback. And if you are going to making a big one globe, then you can with share more information, but it is not easy to handle many much more types of the problems we have to face for carrying from one place to another place. And on the globe you can't find the exact place without a scale or something like that, latitudes and longitude. If you don't have the knowledge of latitudes and longitudes, then you couldn't find the place on the globes. Because of that, it is main drawback. And maps. Maps is a flat chart whichever drawn on the flat sheet or something like that. On that represented maps many types of. If we want to represent a small area, then we can make a small areas map. And if we want to make a country's information, then we can draw a complete country's map or complete world map or something like that. On that map you can represent railways, lines, roadways transformation or something like that. You can represent rivers, you can represent mountains, mountain range, Pacific Ocean, many types of ocean, or many type of information you can say with maps. If we are going to talk about types of map, then many types of maps are there, like political map, semantical map, and many other types of maps are also there. In that map you can show that the political boundaries of a place, like district boundaries, state boundaries, countries boundaries, and other types of maps are also there. And signs and symbols. Because of that signs and symbols, you can represent a important thing. Like if you want to represent a temple on a map, then you can draw that type of symbol, then everyone can understand it is a temple. If you want to represent a church, then you can draw that type of symbols, and anyone can understand that's the church or something like that. Many types of signs and symbols are also used on maps. Because of that, it is easy to understand that place or surface areas, whichever types of buildings or monuments are there nearby there or something like that. So we are using many types of signs and symbols are there, like if railway track is there, then we are using this type of symbol. If water body is there, then we are using that type of symbol, then we can understand the signs and symbols on the maps. If we want to represent all the things on the map, then it is not possible because it covers too much area and it's not easy to say all the things on the maps. So we are using signs and symbols on the map. Colors of the map. Dear students, you already watched that. If you are watching a colorful map, then on that map many type of colors are there, like blue color, brown color, green color, and many much more colors are there. We can say that blue color is representing to water body. If any water body is there, then that will be represent with blue color, and if any mountains or mountain range is there, then that will be represent with brown color, and if any grassland or any type of ground is there, then that will be represented with green color. So that's the importance of the colors on the map. Because of in the type of colors, you can easily understand which type of place are there. Now we will discuss about direction and scale. Dear student, it is the main and important factor for finding a place on the map. Without direction and scale, you can't find any place, because we know that whenever we are outside of the city, then also we are using direction and scale. We have to ask to another person in which direction I have to go for a proper place. If you want to go for a proper place, then you have to ask the knowledge of the direction, then you can go. If you are going from school to home, then also you have proper knowledge of direction, then you can reach to your home. Direction is representing like that. Uppermost part is known as north, downmost part is known as south, and left hand side part is known as west, and right hand part side is known as east. That are the four most main directions. These directions are known as the main directions: north, south, west, and east. These four directions are known as the main directions. After that, many sub directions are also there. So we are using that type of directions are also, like between north and east, northeast. Between west and south, west south. Between west and north, northwest. Between east and south, southeast. So these are the sub direction whichever used by us on a direction. Now we will talk about scale. Then scale is very important for representing the area on the map. Because of that, the real or actual distances can't possible to show on the map, because map is a limited area, and on that map we couldn't represent the actual distance. So on that time we are using a scale for representing that type of distance with a smaller unit. And scale is a ratio between the actual distance and covered by distance on the map. That is the ratio between them. Whatever we are using on the map and whatever are there on the actual distance, that's the ratio is known as the scale. We are using scale for that because it is easily understand like that. If we are using that type of scale, 1 centimeter is equal to 10,000 kilometer. Then if we draw 1 centimeter line, then we can understand that that is the distance 10,000 kilometer. If a line is drawn on the map is about 1 centimeter, then we can easily understand 10,000 kilometer. So it's easy to represent a scale on map, and it's easy to understand for us also how much far that place from one another. That's about scale. Dear students, once again I am going to revise. Shape of the earth. Until 1522, no one was sure about the shape of the earth. Many are thinking flat. But in 1522, incident happened with Ferdinand Magellan. He started to sail from a place to another place, and finally from his 5 boats, 1 boat came to the same place, and because of that Ferdinand Magellan proved that the earth is in a round shape. Globe. Globe is the exact model of the earth, because we know that the earth is also flat and globe is also flat. So we can say that it is the exact model of the earth, and it's used for the representing the earth in a same way, so we are using globe. Drawback of the globes. Main drawback of the globe is there, you couldn't watch the complete earth on a same time on globe. It is the main drawback, because if you are watching from that side, then you can watch this surface only. This surface is not possible to watch by you on that time, because it is the on the another side. After that, on the small globe you can represent only smaller area, and if you are going to representing bigger area, then you have to use big globe. And if you are using big globe, then it is not easy to handle from one place to another. It is drawback of globe. Second drawback, so we can say that there are the main drawbacks of the globes. After that, maps. Maps are the flat surface on whichever presenting a place or area, that's also known as the maps. And a complete book of the maps is also there, that is known as atlas. Atlas is a book of the maps. Many maps are representing there, like railway lines, road lines or air lines, waterways, we can say that rivers. Many types of maps are there, so it is known as atlas, books of the maps. Types of the maps, many types of maps are there, like thematical, political, and many much more types of the maps are also there. Signs and symbols. Many types of signs and symbols are used on the maps for easily understand to the that type of places on the map, because whenever we are using that type of symbols, or that the complete, if you map is here and I am going to using that here is church, then it is using the complete too much area, and because of that it's not easy to represent that on the map, so we are using only symbols. Because of that easily understand, like railway lines, temples, church, water bodies, and much more things like schools, and many things we can easily represent on the maps. Colors on maps. Many types of colors are used on maps, like blue, brown, green, and many much. Like brown is used for showing or representing the mountains, green is using for the representing ground, and blue is representing for the water body, and other colors are also used on the maps for representing or easily demonstrating that type of places on the map. Directions and scales, I already discussed about that. Four main directions are there: north, south, west, and east. These are the four main directions. After that main directions, there are sub directions are also there are also four: northeast, west south, northwest, or southeast. So it is also known as sub direction: north, south, west, and east. These are the direction, main direction, and this one is sub direction. And scale, we couldn't represent a proper place on with a particular or original distance on the map, so we are using a smaller unit, scale. Because of that we can easily represent that place on the map, so we are using scale. So we can say that scale is a ratio between the actual distance of the place and on the map whatever we are representing. Like that 1 centimeter is equal to 10,000 kilometer.